Hi, everybody. Welcome to tonight's updates on the We Share Abundance program. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. It's not just a program. It's literally is a nation. And we spent 4 years putting in some really solid foundations because we intend to be here for generations, not just a few weeks, months, or years. Anybody can become a citizen of our nation. We are the United States of the world, and we welcome you from any background, any color, class, creed, gender, whatever. And there is no fee or obligation once you join. All you've got to do is register and prove you're a real person through the KYC verification ID. And that's it. And having done that, you will become part of our family of humanity. We will recognize you as just a human being. We won't pigeonhole you because you're male or female, black or white, speak French or German or Dutch or Swahili or whatever. It doesn't matter. We just see you as a human being, the same as every other member, of equal value to every other member, because every member is unique. Every human being is unique. There's never been anybody like you before. There'll never be anybody like you again. So you are precious. We will be getting started in a moment with a little affirmation to help us with that non-separatist ideology where we just see everybody as equal. Before that, we'll have a little prayer to help us find what everybody wants, true happiness in life. It's something that you can't buy. It can only be found through loving service to others. And once you make up your mind to be of loving service to others, you'll find that all those material things that you wanted in life will come to you if you still want them. You may find that you don't want them because you'll be so happy and content anyway. And some of the things that you think you want will be because maybe you want a big car because they've got one next door or something, it happens. It happens. I've been down that road. And when you become contented, you think, well, I don't really need a new car. I've got that car and it's okay. But if you do want that new car, if you really do want it, you'll find it'll flow to you. You won't have to chase after it. It'll just happen. So that's what our little prayer's about. It's about attracting true happiness and everything you want and need into your life. When we've had that, we'll welcome people in now. We'll see who we've got. We get a lot of people that watch replays. There's no perfect time for everybody, but it's lovely to see a few people in from different parts of the world on the live event. And then, of course, they have the chance to get any questions answered that they may have. And that is always useful because there are always lots of people that maybe half think about a question and don't ask it. And then somebody asks it and they think, oh, yeah, I wanted to know that. So we always welcome questions. They are very valuable for everyone. So we've got Andrew in from Auckland in New Zealand. Good morning to Andrew, where it will be Wednesday morning, halfway through the week. Okay. Got Colin in from South Africa, Johannesburg. Ron in from the Netherlands, Amsterdam. Richard in from England, Devon. Eric in from Canada, Quebec. Norman in from England, Doncaster. John in from Mexico, Puebla, okay, in Mexico. We've got Don in from Canada, Vancouver Island. We have Walter in from Namibia and Bozina in from Scotland, Edinburgh in Scotland. So let's get started now. There will be other people that'll be coming along and getting involved. But we'll get started now with that short prayer, little affirmation, and then I'll bring you up to date with what we've been doing today and what we have planned for the rest of the week. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, each member finds the joy of service, and through service attracts true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And our little affirmation: we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world, as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Right. Let's see where we're up to. We have been working on lots of little things today connected with the 777 plan. We found a couple of minor bugs, nothing very serious, but they do need to be corrected, and we have corrected them. We've had lots of things that we postponed dealing with, tickets in particular, from people where we said, just hang on a bit till we get through this. Changes in all the positions, which took a long time, and then we'll get back to you. And we've got back to those people. There were things that we couldn't handle in support without the help of Devyani, because we weren't able to access sufficient information. Hopefully, as we grow, we'll have better access to information in our admin area, and we won't have to bother Devyani, and we won't have to wait for her. But the situation isn't quite as good as that at the moment, so we do rely heavily on Devyani to answer some of those questions. We also have, I believe, set in motion the free, what we call them now, gifted entries, with that 7-day period. So you've got 7 days to get somebody in that you know and love and can work with. The quicker you do it, the faster you'll get your next gifted entry. So it's in your interest to do it as quickly as possible. We did do the what's it called, TikTok video for demo account B today, and he now, I think it's the start of week 4, and he referred 2 people. He didn't actually refer anybody. We got 3 people. We put him at the top and the other 2 underneath him. So although they count as his referrals, we did it through him, so it's there. But he didn't actually go out and get any referrals, so we arranged it all for him. But he had those 2 referrals, and I think he's got now 10 referrals in just 4 weeks that have all come through pass-ups and the gifted entries and things. So it's quite powerful. He's now into level 2, but he won't be seeing a great deal of commission until some of those other people get through into level 2, and there's no telling how long that'll take because we don't know if any of them are going to be active. They all do get emails. The email that goes out to somebody when they get in from a gifted entry. Let me tell you what it sounds like. Where are we? If I can find it. Here we go. It has a subject. Hey, today is your lucky day. And welcome, you've been gifted a position in phase 1 of the most advanced compensation plan ever designed, and you will even have a double your money guarantee on what you purchase in your first 48 hours of membership. It's recommended, but totally optional, that you take up additional phases to avoid losing commissions from phases 2 to 7. One referral at the same level as you will totally cover all your costs, but one referral lost could cost you thousands of dollars in commissions. The plan will actually make sales for you and build you a strong income, but patience is required for the leverage built into the plan to work for you. You should start to see impressive results by months 5 or 6 and mind-blowing results from month 7 onwards. Please pay attention to the facts below. If you do not make any referrals, it will be at least 44 days before you see your first commission and additional commissions about every 7 days thereafter. If you never make any referrals, the maximum you will be able to withdraw from your commissions will be 50%. The balance will never be lost and can be released by making personal referrals. If you make one referral, you will receive your first commission instantly and additional commissions about every 7 days. With one referral, you will open up 75% withdrawals from your commissions, and with 2 referrals, you'll be able to withdraw 100% of all commissions. The more referrals you make, the more pay lines you open, and the more money you will make at a much faster rate. Your financial worries will soon be over, and you will also have the feel-good factor of knowing that you are helping others simply by participating. If you need help at any time, just put in a support ticket and you will receive a response within 48 hours, usually much faster. God bless. Graham. Okay, so everybody gets that, but a lot of people don't know that they even have an entry. Why? Because they don't read emails. It may get into their spam folder. They may have marked emails from us as spam previously because they got disenchanted. Whatever reason, a lot of people don't know that they are in the 777 plan. We've got a lot of our members in now, and within the next month or two, I expect all of our members to be in the 777 plan, many of them from those gifted entries. And of course, it will benefit everybody, especially the ones that know they're in the 777 plan and will have the potential to make withdrawals and start generating regular income from the plan. It's advisable to refer people. It's advisable to share what we have with other people. It's really your duty and responsibility to share what we have with other people, because that is what we're about. We're about sharing abundance. We're about being of loving service to other people. And you'll find that the more service you offer, the more your cup will runneth over, as it says, I believe, in the Bible somewhere. Okay. I see we've got Kingsley in from Manchester in England as well. So we are progressing, and we will start to see that growth again, more dynamic, as the gifted entries start coming through. I don't know what numbers we've got. I don't know whether this will, I wonder if it's logged me out. Yes, it has. I'll log in and we'll see how many we've got. But it won't be long before we get to 9,000, 10,000, 12,000, 20,000. We will grow much faster if people are active, obviously. But if people aren't active, they will at some stage need to fill those gifted positions, because we will run out of people to add in. And until there is an actual person in that gifted position, it doesn't benefit anybody. So it is important that you get used to putting in people of your choice in that little box that appears in that gifted entry space. We have 8,188 people now. So once we start seeing those gifted entries being completed, it'll be a bit longer now because we're allowing a week. But some people were complaining they didn't have time to put in people that they wanted in the 24-hour period. So now 7 days, there's no excuse for anybody not putting in somebody they know and love. If they don't, as long as we can have a pool of people, we will add people in for the ones that don't take up the responsibility of helping others. And that way the plan won't stall. But we do need lots and lots of people coming in. And that will be helped once we get the Share Hope plan running as well, because that'll attract another group of people. And of course, it will help the fact that you've referred people into the 777, or they come and join to look at it or whatever. They're in that power line. And so that will benefit you. We are, I say we, Devyani, in the process of implementing the upgrades. It'll mean that if you've referred somebody and they've not joined the 777 plan, but they get a gifted entry, you're going to still earn $1 for that, even though they won't be in your network within the 777 plan. You're going to get $1 for it. Admin are giving up their $1. They're going to give you the $1 for that person, and so you will start to see that happening. That's part of what we've been doing. We're also moving to this is technical and I don't really understand it properly. I've got to be honest with you. But the server team, Aswin, who's the head of everything, he owns the company that we use. It wasn't a company when we started with Aswin; it was just Aswin. but he has grown as the years have gone by that we've been with him. And he talked to me today, and he said, "Look, we want to make this better. we're going to have to put the database in the cloud. So that's being done. I'm not quite sure exactly what and how, but we are moving away from our accounts, what they call them, domains. Our websites are based on cPanel, and cPanel's been around for a long time, but it is nowadays apparently old technology, and so we're moving away to it, and the cloud system will have a different system. It won't affect what you see, but it will affect the speed and the security and various other things. So I've given that the go ahead anyway. So I'm not sure whether there'll be any downtime when they make the changes. I don't think there's anything significant that you're going to see and notice, except possibly a faster service and better a better working website. Okay, so I spent quite a bit of time with Aswin on that today. He also has been through it with Devyani, because Devyani is going to be affected by it even more than me, and I wanted Devyani to sort of tick off all the boxes and say, yeah, okay, everything's good from my point of view. So that's all been done as well. That's been done today, and that will be being implemented. What else? Let me have a look. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know whether we've got that change in the removing the withdrawal. I won't be able to do it from here because I don't have any money in that account anyway. So I'm not sure whether it came up a little bit later on after I'd finished with discussing with Devyani the removal of the limits on the withdrawals. I don't think anybody's over $750 in their available cash wallet at the moment anyway, but we are going to knock that limit out of the way. We've had people saying we would rather have you charge a percentage on the withdrawal rather than a fixed figure, and it's fine to ask and request things, but if you don't get the answer that you want, if we don't act on it, if we have reasons not to do, then you shouldn't be disappointed. You should just accept it, okay? I always, people quite often say, can I ask you a question? And what they've done is asked you a question, haven't they? But what they're really trying to say is, can I ask you a favor? But they don't like saying favor, so they say, can I ask you a question? But I always say to people, you can ask anything you want, as long as you don't mind what the answer is. Okay, you can hope for a good answer. You can hope that it will come back to you in the way that you want, but don't expect it, because expectation causes disappointment. We don't want disappointment anywhere. So it's fine. You can put in suggestions. You can ask questions. Don't mind what the answer is. So one of the questions was that about the withdrawal fee. The withdrawal fee is there to try and stop people putting in a lot of small withdrawals. Just save your money up until you can take out a reasonable amount. The withdrawal fee was suggested at 10%. That's only $20. So save up until you've got $20. Don't be drawing out $3 and $1, and because it just puts pressure on the system, and it increases the fees that we pay. So the $2 is there for a reason. It's there to say to people, just when you're withdrawing, withdraw a lump. Don't mess about with lots of little bits and pieces. So that's the answer on that one. We had another question in from somebody. It wasn't a question, it was a request that we would pay in bank transfers or Western Union. And the support team correctly answered that no, there was no chance of that. We pay in crypto and that's it. And once again, we don't mind the question. You've got to respect the answer. The answer wasn't respected. It came back to me as an email saying, I put in this and I'm really disappointed with the answer. Once again, expecting things. Don't expect them. Just hope. But it's not going to be viable for us to pay in any way other than through crypto. So if you don't like it or your people don't like it, well, okay, they can go elsewhere. They won't get as good a deal. Crypto is amazingly easy to convert nowadays. It's getting easier and easier all the time. And there are lots of ways that you can do it and get the funds available to you. There are lots of accounts that you can open, and I think with Transac, they pay to a Visa card, and I'm not sure whether you can just get a debit card from Transac and use that, but it is something that's operated by Visa, and you can buy and sell crypto through that. There's a 24-hour cooling off period after you fill in your registration, and once you've gone through your registration and your KYC and your cooling off period, then you're good to go. I've not used it, but I did register, and I am through the cooling off period, so I will be having a look at it. I don't need it because I'm very, very happy with Nexo, but Nexo isn't available in all countries. But Nexo I find is really, really good, fast if I need to withdraw, very low fees. In fact, a lot of the transfers that you make are free of any fee. You get a certain number a month, I think it is. So there are lots of options out there, but we will certainly not be doing Western Union, certainly not be doing bank transfers. We are not a crypto organization. We are not crypto investment or trading or anything like that, but we do use crypto. Our currency, our own currency is crypto, and that's what we pay out in crypto. Okay, we do offer the facility to transfer it into stablecoin, Tether, at a guaranteed rate, and that is something that I don't think anybody else does. So we are pretty unique in what we do, and that is it. So as I say, if you've got questions or suggestions, you put them into support. Same thing with we get a lot of people coming in with propositions for different business opportunities and things. It's fine, you can put them in, but if we don't take it up, don't get offended, don't get upset by it. We are just we do consider most things, but as I say, you can ask anything you want. Don't be upset by the answer. You will always get an honest answer and a straightforward answer. Okay. Right. No questions I can see here, and I think we've covered the updates pretty much. We have a few numbers for you. We had an increase of 37 in our registered members today to 42,586. Of that 42,586, 8,180 or whatever it was are already in the 777 plan. So there's only like 34,000 people there available as to put into those gifted entries, and as we get going, they won't last long. So be prepared to put in your own people. What else? Yeah, active members increase of 16 in the last 24 hours to 2,409. These are people that are ready to withdraw. They've done the KYC and they can pull out their money. Peter says there are questions above. I'll have a look at those in a moment then, Peter. Thanks. Let me have a look. Multiply Weezer. No change in the membership numbers. Bonus pool did go up by $1 to $10,404.67. That's just from logging in and getting the revenue share. Okay, let's have a look, Peter. Let's have a look at the questions above. I've missed some questions apparently. Let me have a look. Let's get up to the top and come down so we try not to miss any. Eric Bouchard. Does that mean that the first gifted to someone that is new will take 14 days instead of the 7 days initially? Not necessarily, Eric, no. It means that they'll still get the, that they'll still be eligible in 7 days. 7 days is a minimum always anyway, but we're usually pretty close to 7 days. But once they are eligible for the entry, they'll get that form there and the box to fill in. If they don't fill it in, then yeah, it's going to take another 7 days because we're leaving them 7 days to provide the person that they want in their in their business, in their network there in the 777 plan. But if they are wise and are organized, they'll already have somebody in mind and they'll get them to sign up and put them in, boom. And it'll be as soon as they get their letter saying, you know, you've got a free entry, get in there, put somebody in, boom, they can do it. And it can be done within the 7 days and it won't necessarily run to 14 days or more. It's in the hands of the members. But there's no guaranteed times, by the way, Eric. Any times that we mention are minimums. It's a minimum of 7 days before you get your first gifted entry. In between gifted entries, it's a minimum of 30 days, okay? It's not you get it in 30 days and you get it in 7. No. It's a minimum of 7 for your first, minimum of 30 between them. Now, usually it's going to be those numbers, but it may not be. Okay. Let's have a look. Is it the same for the second gifted entry? That's from Bozina. Yeah, the second one you get a minimum of 30 days after your first one has been processed. It doesn't count until there's a body in there, okay? So it can be 7 days, can be 14 days. If if we have people in the system after your 7 days is up, we'll put somebody in. If there's nobody in the system, then we can't put anybody in that's not there. It'll just stay as a vacant position until it is filled. Okay. But yeah, it applies for any gifted entry. You will have 7 days in which to add the person of your choice before the system has a chance to put somebody in if we've got people available. Okay, let me see. Oh, I'm down to Peter saying there are questions above. So those are the 2 questions then, apparently. We got Derek in as well from Nigeria. I think that's it. I think we're done. Of course, this is the last day of the month. So tomorrow will be State of the Nation for April, and we'll see where we are with everything, and I think we're going to start seeing it sort of picking up from May onwards. Oh, Lewis has just popped in. He's usually top of the pops. He's usually the first guy, but he's a bit late today. But he's come in to say hi, and no doubt he'll catch up with the replay. So Lewis is in from Portugal, Lisbon in Portugal. Okay. Lost track a bit, but I think we've covered everything anyway. Is the long and short of it. I will be back here tomorrow with the State of the Nation, with the free lottery results. These are going to be increasingly important because as we get that Share Hope plan running, you want to get as much money as you can into your Share Hope wallet, and the lottery will help. So it's going to become increasingly important because if you've not got funds in there, and you're qualified to withdraw, 5,000, 10,000, and you don't have the funds in your wallet, you can't withdraw what's not there. We don't run overdrafts, okay? So make sure that you are consistently building your Share Hope balance. You want to do it now as well. If you're doing it now, you're going to get the Share Hope tokens at the lowest price they are ever going to be at. They're never going to be lower than they are now. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to go up tomorrow or the day after or the week after or next month, but they're not going to go down. And eventually, and I don't know when, but as we get the active membership count up around about 40,000, then the token value is going to start going up as well. So it is important, and that free raffle is going to be important to people as well. It's going to help you get that balance built up. Okay, right. Did I get to tell you when I'd be here? Most of you know anyway. 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, X, and in Facebook. And until then, get out there, go the extra mile, share some love and abundance, be of loving service to others. You will change their life, you will change your own life, and you will benefit the whole community. So until tomorrow, see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator, always wear a smile. See you later, alligator, go the extra mile. See you later, alligator, yeah, in a wild crocodile.